Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to have the chance to tell you a few words about the work that the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission does in the field of ocean literacy. I am a program specialist at the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission of UNESCO, and I'm in charge of the coordinating the ocean literacy program. So let me tell you a few words about what we do and also the current recent developments in the field of ocean literacy. I know I don't have to say too many words to an audience like you about how much many aspects of our everyday life are deeply rooted in the ocean. Here are we can see some examples from food, the food we eat, our health and our cultural heritage. In particular, I would like to say a few words about this interaction and connection between the health of the ocean and our health. We should thank the ocean for so many things. The ocean, as we were saying before, gives us food on average. The 60% of the animal protein intake comes from the ocean overall in the world, but of course there are places in which this percentage rise to 60% or even 70%. The ocean regulates climate on this planet, and as I was saying, the more and more a lot of medicines to cure important diseases like Alzheimer or cancer are developed starting from substances produced by marine organisms. The global transportation is mainly done through the ocean. Leisure, of course, is another important element of our relationship with the ocean and economy. As a recent study demonstrated that if the ocean was a country, it would have been the seventh economy in the world. But of course, the ocean suffer from a lot of threats. Here you can see an infographic of probably one of the threats that we talk more, so marine plastics in the ocean. It is important to highlight in this infographic that what is shown in this infographic, it's related to the sources of the marine pollution, plastic pollution in the ocean, the consequences on the marine ecosystems and marine organism, but most of all, what we can do as citizens, changing our habits, our behavior to really make change. This link me to these next slides that highlight that many marine problems are rooted in individual behavior. So as we were saying, we as citizens, we can change our behavior and have an impact on the marine ecosystems and on the health of the marine ecosystems. But to create a successful bottom-up approach to marine issues, citizens need to understand the ocean influence on them and their influence on the ocean. This is going to help preparing an entire community for a closer relationship with the sea. So this is actually the essence of ocean literacy, the understanding of the ocean's influence on you and your influence on the ocean. And an ocean literate person is able to understand the importance of the ocean to humankind, is able to communicate about the ocean in a meaningful way, but most of all is able to make informed and responsible decisions regarding the ocean and its resources. I would say that recently we have witnessed a shift in the focus of ocean literacy from an approach to be mainly used in schools, in the classrooms, mainly focused on STEM, on scientific topics, to really moving towards an idea of using ocean literacy as an approach for the entire society. So really looking about how we use ocean literacy to translate marine knowledge for different stakeholders in the ocean economy, environment, and as a way to really promote collaboration among different stakeholders. Of course, a big push in terms of promoting international collaboration in ocean literacy, but overall in the ocean, is of course the UN Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, that, as you know, was approved by the UN General Assembly in December 2017. We, as Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission of UNESCO, received the mandate from the Assembly to first coordinate the planning phase of the Ocean Decade, and currently to really coordinate the Decade of Ocean Science. And here you can see what are some of the main targets of this Ocean Decade, which of course, as being a Decade of Ocean Science, first of all, is to increase our knowledge of the ocean system, but also to generate evidence for ecosystem-based management in the blue economy, to save lives and reduce the risks from ocean-related hazards. To strengthen the cooperation in observation, data, and other infrastructure, but also to increase scientific and technical capacity and ocean literacy, and of course, enhancing partnerships, cooperation, coordination, and communication. The ocean literacy program in the context of the Ocean Decade is called Ocean Literacy with All. It is coordinated by us. And it is done together with a number of partners, and in particular all those partners that are belonging to different ocean literacy networks around the world, like the Latin American network, the European network, the Asian network, but also some national networks working on ocean literacy, like the Italian one or the Irish one or the Canadian one. But also we are working together with some academic institutions and some NGOs. Ocean Literacy with All, the Ocean Literacy program of the Ocean Decade, through aims to advance ocean literacy through international partnerships and networks by designing and implementing transformative, locally and globally relevant research-based activities and projects by and for diverse stakeholders. This program builds capacity and behavior change to achieve an ocean literate society to help ensure sustainable development of the global ocean. We, through this program, aim to also build a global ocean literacy research program. The more and more ocean literacy is also becoming a research topic, and we are working a lot on how to measure behavioral change, how to measure the impact of ocean literacy activities, but also through this program we aim at strengthening the collaboration, the international collaboration of ocean literacy, and to engage the more and more different stakeholders, like the private sector, for example, in ocean literacy. We are also working quite a lot to increase ocean literacy in formal education. We have published an ocean literacy toolkit, which is currently available in 5 languages, which includes a number of lesson plans to be implemented in the classrooms, but also in non-formal contexts. And this might be relevant for you working in biosphere reserves. So I invite you to download the publication, which you can find on the UNESCO page of publication. We already tested the toolkit with a number of schools belonging to the UNESCO network of associated schools. The feedback was quite positive, and most of all, students and teachers really appreciated the fact that we promoted and proposed a multidisciplinary approach to ocean literacy and to ocean content in school. So, of course, marine sciences and ocean sciences, but also showing how we can use really the ocean as a teaching tool to really promote interdisciplinary and even transdisciplinary approach. This is very much linked to a more recent publication and proposal that we are putting forward for a so-called blue curriculum, or we are willing to make our curriculum frameworks more blue. And this means that we really want to promote a more structured inclusion of ocean literacy in curriculum frameworks. And again, we are really following overall the trends in the education sector, which is really trying to push the more and more educators, teachers, to not only work towards cognitive learning objectives, but also to work towards social emotional learning objectives or behavioral learning objectives. So really increasing students' capacities, skills, competencies to really empower them to become active agents of the change we need to work towards a more sustainable society. So with that, I conclude. I put you here my email address. I would be more than happy to be in contact with you to discuss potential collaboration and also to give you more details on the work that we do on ocean literacy. Thank you very much for your attention. I really hope I was able, even in such a short time, to give you a glimpse of what we do on ocean literacy. And again, I remain available through my email to be in contact with you. Thank you very much for your attention.